the 4-way test for Rotarians. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerns?
Good evening, friends. Before I start my welcome address, I would like to recognize the presence of our District Governor, Mr. R. Srinivasan. He has a tight schedule today. In spite of his busy schedule, he has taken time off to be with us today. I would request him to say a few words, and he would like to leave thereafter. We will continue with the program once he renders his speech. Over to Mr. Srinivasan.
Very good evening, friends. Chief guest of the day, Suhasini Maniratnam, and all my trend-setting presidents who are really setting the ball rolling for a wonderful Rotary year 1780, and all the invitees, guests were gathered here. It's a fine evening here because the guest speaker is none other than Suhasini Maniratnam. Of late, Suhasini Maniratnam has the news for so many things. Number one, she had realized that to bond with Rotary, to take up service activities on a large scale, is the only way this country is going to progress. 2 weeks back on a Sunday morning, I had the opportunity to share a dais with Madam Suhasini Maniratnam for a beach cleanup program. Imagine the defense staff, the naval forces are involved in this program for the beach cleanup program, and for that program, they thought the only fit ambassador will be Madam Suhasini Maniratnam, and she kick-started the campaign of beach campaign along with other naval authorities of the day. Not only that, right from morning I have been crisscrossing Chennai, one side morning Ennur, Ernakulam, then Sriperumbudur. I have been crisscrossing the city. This is my 6th program of the day. But when all the presidents told that they need to come for a joint meeting, I could also not refuse a simple reason. Madam Suhasini Maniratnam was my childhood heroine. And apart from that, the way in which she takes on herself and the way she is committed to all the other social activities, I thought I should pay my respects to Madam Suhasini Maniratnam by just coming here and wishing her good evening, and thank you all for the opportunity here. Madam, you can take over the meeting.
Thank you, D.D. Srinivasan. Now, Rotary Padmanabhan will address the gathering.
A warm good evening to all of you present here. It gives me great pleasure and happiness to welcome you all for the joint speaker meeting of today, where 7 Rotary clubs, RC Chennai Spotlight, led by President Mrs. Sharda Sundaram. It is she who initiated this program as a lead club. This was well accepted and supported by Rotary Club of Madras Choda, led by President Mr. Babu. Madras Metro, led by President Anand Kumar. Chennai Renaissance, Mr. Shan is not here, is represented by our Secretary Mr. Shiva. Then Madras Golden City, led by Mr. R.P. Raj. Mr. Kannan, President, Rotary Club of Vadapani. And our own club, Madras Central Aditya, represented by me as President. My special thanks to Ms. Suhasini Maniratnam, a famous film personality and chief guest for the day, for accepting our invitation and being here amidst our busy schedule. Thank you very much, madam. Today, we have our chief guest speaking about the power of sharing and caring. Psychologically, sharing is known to be very healthy. It imparts a feeling of relief to the grieved, lends a hand of security and comfort to the depressed. Proverbially, happiness shared is double and sorrow shared is half. Above all, sharing of any kind, be it sharing your blanket with your little sibling on a cold night, sharing a good news with your parents, sharing your friend's pain, sharing few choicest moments with your loved one, can lend you unparalleled joy that no material offering can ever attempt to provide. Sharing is indeed a virtue, the greatest weapon mankind can use to conquer this world, because it empowers you, your expression and your personality. It is the greatest form of continuous learning and is probably the only time-tested formula to give life to one's thoughts and ideas. It propels you to succeed and benefit immensely in every facet of life. Friends, it is in this context that I want to share a very small video presentation which I am sure will set the tone for our topic of the day. Some of you might have already seen the video, but even at the cost of repetition, I would request all of you not to mind it and watch it once again. Thank you all for the opportunity. I welcome you all once again. Let's now look at the audio visual presentation. Thank you.
Today's our guest speaker today is Suhasini Maniratnam, and of course I know her for the past few years, and of course all of us know her. We've seen her on screen, but I'm working closely with her NAM Foundation, and excellent person. I just requested her, we just need you for us as a speaker, and she's leaving for London tonight. She said, okay, I'll just come and do this for the Rotary. Thank you, Hasni, for being here. See, there is of course she's a very impressive person, and she's multi-talented. So, and she's telling me to just talk about her in 4 lines. I wonder if that will be possible. Anyway, a multifaceted personality, Suhasini Maniratnam traverses the world of films, theatre, dance, social development, celebrity management and diplomatic affairs with amazing ease. Raised in the placid rural environs of Paramakudi, in a family of freedom fighters, legal luminaries and a film personality, it was but natural for Suhasini to imbibe the spirit of independence and carve a niche for herself in numerous fields. Given her diverse interests, networking capabilities, keen intellect and business acumen, in March 2015, Suhasini was appointed the Honorary Consul of the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg in Chennai, with consular jurisdiction over the states of Tamil Nadu and Kerala. As the representative of Luxembourg government in the south, she is working towards promoting friendship, cooperation and mutual understanding between the people of South India and Luxembourg, along with representing the interests of Luxembourg citizens here. Her priorities include advancing economic cooperation, socio-cultural, scientific and educational relations between the two countries. A keen aesthetic, Suhasini co-scripted and staged a performing arts lounge titled Antaram with few other celebrated performing artists. Incidentally, she's leaving for London to perform in the US to perform her Antaram stage. It's a dance drama. So that's it. Then Suhasini has performed a single act play titled Reading Between the Lines, based on writer Sujasta's short story. Suhasini's most recent creative commercial venture has been the setting up of a celebrity management company called Talent South. Suhasini's foray into the world of social development began even while she was very active with her film career. Hailing from a family of progressive individuals, she was encouraged to be independent and felt strongly about women's empowerment. Way back in the late 90s, she visited Dharmapuri district in Tamil Nadu to address a Women's Day rally at the invitation of a local NGO. Undaunted by the heat of crowds and disaffected by her celebrity image, she addressed a teeming mass of 5,000 plus women and encouraged them to believe in themselves, fight for their rights and achieve their dreams. The interaction sowed the seeds for further involvement with social causes. To carry forward her mission of supporting social causes and speaking up for development issues, in 2010, Suhasini and her husband, eminent director, of course, who doesn't know him, Maniratnam, started NAM Foundation, an NGO to empower single underprivileged women in Chennai through mentoring and holistic support. From women abandoned by their husbands to widows victims of acid attacks to single mothers, NAM identifies single underprivileged women each year and extends support through various activities. Now I request Hasni to come and talk more about this and about sharing and giving.
Let me start by addressing my dear friend Sharda, who's the president, and then other presidents who are sitting on the dais, and ladies and gentlemen, very good evening. This is not going to be a very formal talk because we are all friends, so let's just share our ideas. I think that's more important than me giving a lecture. I'm not qualified either to give you a lecture. So let's start by sharing things that you don't even expect me to share with you. All of you have cell phone cameras. I told some of you that don't take a selfie because the selfie lens is a wide angle lens, whereas the lens that is there, the back, is a very long focus lens, which means your face will look much better. Alright? Okay?
Good one.
So, sorry to bring names, but between PT Usha, Shabana Azmi, Trisha, who do you want to look like? Obviously Trisha, isn't it? So, that is how you're going to look if you take a picture with a wide angle lens. And then the other thing that I want to tell you is that when somebody takes a picture of you, always see to it the camera is at your eye level. That is when the person who's taking the photograph and you are equal and you look like how you look normal in life. All of you have seen that you look different in a photograph, but in the mirror you look much better. So that's the problem, because the problem is not with your face, it's with the point of view of the other person who's taking the photograph or looking at you. If the camera is going to be kept lower, you're going to look larger than life. Okay? You're going to look larger than life. You want to be a leader, yes, you do this, then you become a larger than life, and if you're going to be like menacing, so let the camera be down. But sometimes you might also look like a villain if the camera is down. If the camera is too up, you look thinner, okay? But you might also look like a bird, because that's a bird's eye view. So these are simple things that I want to share with you. And then my request to the women is, when you're posing for a photograph, your left foot should be forward all the way, all the time. It's your left foot that you should put in front. It's never, both feet should not be together. So have I shared important secrets with you? Not just a cinematographer. I mean, I see so many cameras and so many people. When I was studying, it was an art. It was a technique that only some of us were taught, and some of us thought we knew those secrets. But today, everybody is taking pictures like this, and I thought, let me start by sharing that.
Why not secrets for men?
I told you about men also. It is the same. I told you about the angle. Women, the left leg is for the sari. That is the only thing. Whatever I told you applies for men as well as women, except the sari. But if you decide to wear a sari, yes, definitely. And for the men, what I would say is, if you want to look thinner, keep your worst friend in the center. Let him face the camera. All of you face this way. Okay? And you look regal also, Have you seen Diana? Princess Diana never poses like this. She's always like this. Alright? And then have you seen Kamal and Rajnikant and Amir Khan? They also pose like this. So that's my little tip for the men also.
I'm sure the next photographs are going to look.
One more very easy tip for men: stomach in. Take a photograph, stomach in, but don't die. Okay. On that note, I'm so happy to see all of you. Sharda read out that I come from a small rural village. Yes, I come from the southmost South India, southmost part of Tamil Nadu, you can say. And we had no factories there, and we had no agriculture there, and we had no jobs, absolutely nothing. So my father and my grandfather were lawyers there, My entire family, all of them are lawyers. My uncle Chandrahasan also was a lawyer. So all of them are lawyers, and their clients, I was just thinking, some of their clients will wear a shirt only when they come to the lawyer's office. Because all the time they might be wearing the banians, or they might be even bare chested when they're doing their work, you know, because they might be daily laborers in the village. So I was thinking, you know, before I came in, how did we survive? My parents and my grandparents charged them for a case, took money from them, and that's how my school fees was paid. That's how rice was bought in the family. And that's how our clothes were all bought. So how much will you charge from a man who wears his only shirt when he comes to see the lawyer? So imagine my parents, my grandparents and my father were all fantastic, you know, wise men who wanted to help the society, not really give luxury to the family. So in our family, we never aimed to be rich, including Mr. Kamal, my uncle. I don't think he had any ambition to become the richest Tamilian in Alvarpet. No, I don't think so. In fact, he was an asthma patient, and there was no treatment for him in Paramakudi. So my grandfather spent money and brought him here to Chennai, hired a house, small portion, and he was taking treatment from a lady doctor called Sarah. And she was doctor for the AVM family also. So that evening she was going for a function, and she took Kamal with him when she was only 5 years old. And somehow he went to AVM Chettiar's room and took out a book and asked him, can I read this book? In the book Padiklama. So he made him sit next to him, and AVM Chettiar spoke to him. And after about 10 minutes, he told Dr. Sarah, I want this boy to act in my next film, which Gemini Ganesan and Savitri are going to be acting. That was Kalathur Kannamma. So that's how a family of lawyers from there, first actor was born. He was only 5 years old, and he acted in the film, and he won the national award for the film, for the very first film. Okay, now that I've praised my uncle, who was a genius even when he was 5 years old, when I was 19 years old, I was studying in the Film Institute, and I was in my second year. It was my uncle Kamal's choice that I should take up cinematography, so I joined there when I was 17 or 18. And 19, in the second year, I got an opportunity to act in a film. I'm not going to go through all that. When I acted in the film, my uncle was shocked because he wanted me to be a technician, but my father, who's more conservative than any, conservative in the sense like we had a Bharatanatyam dancer in our family, my aunt, so he decided that I will learn Bharatanatyam but I will not perform. So, you know, I was raised in a family which had like complete, contrast, and, they were like so different in their thoughts. You learn Bharatanatyam, but I don't want you to perform. Because, performing there is a big business. It's big rigmarole, he said. But he said I should act in a movie. So, Kamal did not want me to act in a movie, but my father wanted me to act in a movie. I didn't know what to do, so I had to agree. I had to go with whatever my father said. Then I acted in one movie, and I went back to study. Because I was still in my second year. The beginning of second year I studied, and it was released in August. And I went back to study, and for 1.5 years I didn't act in any movie. My movie was a big hit. Guess what happened? Nenjate Killade and Varuvan Venuram Sopu also released in the same year. And Kamal Haasan was the best actor. Tamil Nadu government, MGR was giving the award. Guess who was the best actress? Yes! 19-year-old niece was the best actress. I didn't know anything about acting. I just acted in one movie and went back to finish my course in Film Institute. But there I was standing and getting the award with Kamal. So that is how it is. We never intended to be whoever we are today. So I can't even imagine that me being from a small village where 99% of my classmates came to school only for the midday meals because their families could not provide meals for them. So they came only for the midday meals. Maybe 2-3 of us we could afford to bring food from home or run to our houses and have a little rice or idli or whatever. So when you come from a background like this, how much ever the height that you reach, you still understand the power of sharing. as children, there was a festival called Azhagarathila Irungirudu. And how many of you have seen Azhagarathila Irungirudu? Yeah, Madurai. But it happens everywhere. You know, Vaigai, all over Vaigai, it is celebrated because it happens in the Vaigai river. Even in our Azhagarathila Irungirudu, தண்ணியே இருக்கும் வைகையில். மற்ற சமயத்தில் தண்ணியே இருக்காது. There, I think, Azhagarathila தண்ணியே இல்லை. I think they bought water or dug home, you know, like ஊத்து பண்ணி பண்ணாங்கன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். So the once a year, for that festival, there is no caste difference at all. I didn't even know Dalits existed or Tewars and other people. Okay, Tewars we knew because they were like very strong and things like that, and you know, it was nice to listen to their stories of you know, bravery and things like that. Chettiars, yes, we know, but then we were all same, we were all one and the same, there was no difference at all. But Azhagarathila இறங்குறதுக்கு ஒரு 10 நாள் முன்னாடி the task is given to the girls and the boys to go and do kummi and kolatam and sing songs in every house, and we have to collect money. People will give us only 25 paise, nothing more than 25 paise, sometimes even 10 paise. We'll collect all that and go to the grocery store, in the pottikadaiல போய் we'll buy chiyakka and nallennai and go to every house, ஹட்மெண்ட்ல இருக்கிற ஹவுஸ், நாட் செங்கல் வீடு கிடையாது, இது கிடையாது, சிமெண்ட் வீடு இல்லை, மண்ண வீட்டில் இருக்கிற எல்லாருக்கும் கொண்டு போய் வில் கிவ் தம் chiyakka and எண்ணெய், so that they wash their hair, dress up and come for Azhagarathila. That is the background. That is how we were all brought up. We were all told the importance of doing something as children and contributing to the society. Then later on the TV came, and then the VCR came, and the 2-in-1 came, and we were all very happy because you remember as children when some uncle went to Singapore, the first thing we'll ask is internet. Brute, you know, internet brute, Charlie and 2-in-1. You know, they have to bring the 2-in-1 Camay soap. Camay soap, oh my God, you know, Camay soap is very, very, very important. Charlie, Yardley powder, yes. Then lavender soap from UK, of course. It took a long time for our relatives to go to UK. Singapore they used to go. That is how it was, and then the liberalization happened and everything came to India. We were so happy. So what happened in the villages when liberalization happened? In the cities we bought TVs. How many people remember Krish TV? Dianara TV. Dianara TV. Solitaire. Krish was the first TV. Now Tennis Krishnan started this company called Krish TV. It is black and white TV. So we saw it like that for about 3 months. After that we bought color glasses and then put it in front of the black and white TV and made it color TV. You remember that? Yes. It will be in front, you know, like a filter it will be. So the heroine will be running from here to there. First her sari will be white, then blue, then green, red, and then they will go. See, we did graphics even then. The 90s, you remember, you know, Nagma will all be dancing and suddenly the sari will change colors. We did it. In 70s we did it. You know, with our TVs. So liberalization happened like that in the cities. What happened in the village? Can anyone guess what happened in the villages? How liberalization affected the villages? I was talking to one of the NGOs, people who run the NGOs in as early as 90s, late 80s. I was talking to him and he said, in villages, very few people had doors which could actually be bolted and locked. The houses, you know, the doors will creak. Very rarely they close the doors. Even in the nights, there will be the grandfather sleeping outside in the kayithu kattila padutittu paranaala or channai vechi kattuvaanga. Nobody had locks or anything like that. And windows were also not closed ever. Even during rain, nobody closed the windows because that was appadidana kaathu varum. So if very rarely, especially in a slum area, Cheri area lala, only once a week in some house they will make idli. They will make idli only once. You know, rice came and killed all of us. Before that we were eating, you know, kambu and kelvaragu and varagu and so many things, you know, thinai and cholam and all that. Arisi சாப்பாடு எங்க வில்லேஜ்ல எல்லாம் வாரத்துக்கு ஒரு தடவை தான் சாப்பிடுவாங்க. எவ்ரிடே சாப்பிட மாட்டாங்க. அரிசி எல்லாம் சாப்பிட்டு தான் எப்படி இருக்கும். அந்த மாதிரி சாப்பிட்டா ஒல்லியா இருந்திருப்போம். ஸோ அந்த வாசனை இருக்கு பார்த்தீங்களா, அந்த பனியன்லாம் கட் பண்ணி போடுவாங்க முன்னாடி, அந்த பனியன்லாம் போட்டு அந்த துணி இட்லி, அந்த துணியிலேருந்து பிச்சு எடுக்கணும். அந்த இட்லி பண்ணும்போது அந்த வாசனை வந்த உடனே children will all come to that particular house and eat. The house will be open and any child can come and eat in any house. That is how our society was. And then when liberalization came, the wife said, please can you close the window?
பிகாஸ் வாசனை வந்தால் நான் பக்கத்து வீட்டு குழந்தை வரும், எதிர்த்த வீட்டு குழந்தை வரும், எல்லாம் வரும். பக்கத்து வீட்டு குழந்தைக்கு மட்டும் கொடுக்கலாம், எதிர்த்த வீட்டு குழந்தைக்கு முன்னாடி க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடலாம். ஏன்னா அப்படி சேமிச்சாதான் ஒரு 2-in-1 வாங்கிடுவோம் அப்படின்னு ஃபஸ்ட்டு ஜன்னலை மூடினாங்க. ஸோ 2-in-1 வந்தது. அதுக்கப்புறம் மெயின் டோரையே க்ளோஸ் பண்ணுங்க, ஏன்னா பக்கத்து வீட்டு பையன் கூட வர வேணாம், அவங்க வீட்டில் பண்ணி இட்லி கொடுத்துக்கிட்டோம், ஏன்னா நமக்கு டிவி வேணும்ல. This is what happened. Liberalization brought this to our society. So from that society, how can we start sharing, caring and sharing? I think you all should go back home and think about it. Tell your children also, this is how we were and today this is how we are. That is why like thousands of people like us, Sharda and all of us have to start NGOs. Earlier on, every house was an NGO. Every family was an NGO. Every colony was an NGO. We shared. We had sports event in our colony, and what we would do is I'll just run, and my grandmother would have come from Madras, and she's the only one who had Dampapai. That was called Dampapai, not handbag. You remember? Dampapai it was called. We open it and whatever, I'll tell her all the notes are yours, but change is mine. I'll take all the change and take it to the colony, and then we'll all share. They'll all do it like that, and presents were bought like that. That is how we grew up. I'm sure if children were brought up like this, the adults and the elderly and the learned and the scholars, how much of caring and sharing they would have participated. I remember my grandfather never said no to anyone who came and asked for money. Somebody came, and if they came and said, my daughter is getting married, my son is getting married, he will just he'll borrow money and give. There was one man who was ready. He was ready to lend the money, and every day he will collect 10 rupees in the evening. Every day he will collect 10 rupees in the evening on the loan kaha. So my grandfather doesn't know where the money comes from. He will call my elder sister, Nanda, he'll call her Nanda, and Nanda has to figure out within the family, whoever has got 10 rupees has to give. It doesn't matter if my grandfather has taken the loan, the family has to pay back. If my mother had 10 rupees, she will give. If my father had 10 rupees, he'll give. My atta had 10 rupees, give. After some time that man came and he didn't even talk to my grandfather. He just stood there and said, Nanda, 10 rupees kodu to my sister, and she was saying, road la poravan Nandavan kupran. So this is how it was, this is how it was, and there is no doubt in all of us starting NGOs and trying to care and share. I don't think it's a wonder. Don't think that Suhasini and Sharda are all giving up all their work and they've started the NGO. They are supporting 268 single women. Arsi is here, Manju is here. That it doesn't mean that we are all like noble creatures. We were taught to do this by our parents, by our society, by our colonies, but by the streets that we were living in. Somewhere I think we are not telling our children, this is how we live, this is how our societies, we have to share. We've been telling them, உனக்கு லஞ்ச் தினம் கொடுத்து அனுப்புகிறேன், ஒரு நாள் கூட நீ ஃபுல்லாக சாப்பிட்டு முடிக்க மாட்டேங்கிற, இன்றைக்காவது ஒரு நாளைக்கு நீ ஃபுல்லாக சாப்பிட்டு வரணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி குழந்தைங்கள அனுப்புகிறோம். அவன் ஃப்ரைடே அன்றைக்கி அம்மா ஃபுல்லாக காலிமா இந்தம்மா அப்படின்னு, டே என் பையன் என்னடா ரொம்ப சமத்தாயிட்ட, இந்த 2 இட்லி 3 இட்லி வச்சுருந்தேன், எல்லாம் சாப்பிட்டேன்னா, 1 நான் சாப்பிட்டேம்மா, 2 சேகர் சாப்பிட்டான். அறிவு கெட்டவனே, உன்னை சாப்பிட சொன்னால் சேகர் கொடுத்தேன், அறிவில்லை நீ எப்படா பழைக்க போகிற, வாழ்க்கையில் நீ எப்படா பழைக்க போகிற, இனிமேல் சேகர் கொடுத்தேன்னா கொண்டே போடுவேன், பாரு இன்னும் எனக்கு 1 இட்லி தான் வைப்பேன், ஏன்னா நீ போய் சேகருக்கு மக்கு மாதிரி கொடுத்துட்டு வருவேன். And we are bringing up our children like that. Shekar's mother would have been so happy that he actually ate 2 idlis, You want to be only happy that your son ate 3 idlis, not happy when your neighbor's child has eaten 2 idlis, Somewhere we became very, very materialistic, started thinking only about money, about bank balance and property, oh my God, and all that. That's why we are suffering. GST is killing us. Demonetization is killing us. Oh my God, wives have been saving money from husbands. Okay, என்னங்க 1 லட்சம் ரூபா இருக்கு, கொண்டு போய் பேங்க்ல, அடி பாவி நீ கொடுக்கவே இல்லையே, எங்க அம்மாவுக்கு ஆபரேஷன் சொன்னப்போ கூட கொடுக்கல, ஒளிச்சு வச்சிருந்தேன், இப்ப கொண்டு வந்து கொடுக்குறியே, சாரி நான் உள்ள வச்சிருந்தேன், நான் எவ்வளவு கெஞ்சி கேட்டேன் கொடுக்கலையே. These things. See, you're hiding money from your own husband, and husbands are hiding money from their wives and children. This is the world that we've come to. Anyway, I'm sorry, I think I'm going too negative. So let's go a little positive. About sharing and caring, I think what I'm going to tell you now, I wanted to stay inside this room. So is that okay? because I'm going to share a very personal details. So I want you to, are you okay? Sure? Sure, it will not go because it's a very medical detail of a person from my family. You know, my husband has a heart condition which is very peculiar, which cannot be sorted out by surgeries, only by medication and lifestyle changes. And he had couple of incidents, 1, 2. When a third incident happened, we wanted to sort it out. So we went to Mayo Clinic, which is in the US. You all know. So he was fitted in a Holter monitor, and his blood pressure was measured as he was walking for the whole day. And then they came back. There were 2 Indians who were actually looking at him. Again, brain drain. See, we went to Mayo. It was only 2, Sardarji and a Tamilian, who were Asirvadam, and Mr. Singh was looking after him. And Mr. Asirvadam called him and said, "There's nothing wrong with your heart. Your heart is absolutely fine. Between a normal person and you, the percentage of him getting a heart problem and you is not much. If he'll get it, 15% chance, you have about 18% chance, that's all. Then why is this happening again and again? What can we do about it other than there is no surgery possible?" He said, "You're a very, very intelligent man. You're actually a genius. You got so much knowledge in you. You cannot keep it inside yourself. You cannot keep everything inside." "No, but I make films, sir," he said. No, I make films, doctor." He said, "That's not enough. How you make films, nobody knows. Why you make films, nobody knows. How long do you make films? Nobody knows. What all you go through when you make a film, nobody knows. They just see only your end product. That's not enough. Unless you share your wisdom, you're not going to be healthy." That's what he said. So that's a reminder for all of us. If we think we are introverts and we are absolutely capable of taking care of ourselves, and I'm walking 1 hour a day, and I have my personal trainer, I'm doing my exercise for about 40 minutes, I do yoga and I can do pranayama. No. You still, if you don't share your knowledge and wisdom, it is going to turn into a condition, some kind of a health condition. So if we want to be healthy, again we have to share. It's not just our money and time, you have to share your knowledge also. For a long time I thought to be an introvert and to be by myself is a great virtue. Every year my resolution will be, I will just be quiet the whole year. I won't talk to anybody. I won't even talk to people when I'm talked to. I will say yes, no, because I look very, very intellectual, isn't it? I like Vivekananda, I'll just fold my arms and say yes. Till I was 45, I thought like I failed in my life because I am not an introvert, I'm an extrovert. And I blamed myself for being an extrovert. I was ashamed of being an extrovert. Now I realize it is such a boon to be an extrovert because there's so much that you can share when you talk to other people. You don't tell them the worst things in your life to others. If I learn something new, I share it with friends around me. If I have an information, I share it with everybody. Somebody says you have to drink Nilavembu Kudinir, I do that. And somebody said you have to grind Krambu and Elaka and smell it, dengue fly, mosquito will run away, and I'm sharing it with somebody. It's really wonderful. Now I've started respecting people who talk and share whatever knowledge that they've gained every day. So that is what it is. And I don't know, when I started sharing and caring, my mother used to say, my father used to say, when I got married and I just moved from Eldams Road to Venus Colony, which is not even 7 minutes walk or 5 minutes walk. I used to come back to my father's house and my mother's house and change the curtains and change the sofas and clean the house and spray something and put a flower vase or something like that. My father used to tell me, "Come here." And where is Mr. Maniratnam? Okay. I got my daughter married to you so that she goes away. Please don't come back and try to correct my sofa, my curtains and my light because you're gone, good riddance. So don't come back. That's what he said. But I did not stop. I kept on going back. My own father says, stay away from my house. But who is he? No, they need support. They need somebody to see to it that there is no cobweb in the curtains. There is some light in the house and the flowers are new. Somebody needed to do it. And if you have an ego, if you're an introvert, okay, my father said don't come. you're married, don't come. So if you have an ego, finished. Their lives will be affected. This is how it is, I don't know, probably, sharing something started from, because I'm one of the 3 daughters. We had to share even a comb, isn't it? We all shared one comb, which also was a weapon for our mothers when we turned here and there. So we shared the pain. I'm sure some of us as children, we shared towels, One towel was wiped and after that was given, we wiped and things like that. And then clothes were all handed over from, and என்ன ஸ்டைலிங் ஆகுது, டிசைன் ஆகுது, வாட் நான்சென்ஸ். ஒரு துணி இருக்கும், ஒரு கலர், கிரீன் கலர்ல ஒரு பூ போட்டது இல்ல கட்டம் போட்டது ஒன்று, ஒரு 10 மீட்டர் வாங்குவாங்க. அதுல 3 பாவாடை, 3 ஸ்கர்ட், ஒரு ஃப்ராக்கு, 2 ஃப்ராக்கு. அதே டிசைன்ல 3 பேரும் போட்டுக்கிட்டு நிற்போம். Okay, that is how it was, So we shared everything, including the material, the design, the cloth. We shared, I think so. Sharing did not come suddenly, it was imbibed. When did we start NAM Foundation? Mani and I always discuss, what are we doing? We are making films. I am acting. I'm doing television. I'm doing so many things. But what are we doing to the society? And he said, doctors are the only people who are saving lives. You and I cannot appear for MBBS and become doctors and save lives. So we have to do something for the society. So I said, okay, let's do something. He said, let's start an NGO. And he said, when we got married, he said, for a marriage to work, out of the 2, one person has to be extraordinary for a marriage to work. And he said, that person is definitely not me. So we started our wedding contract itself like that. So even the NGO, he said, between us, we have to start an NGO and work very hard. The person who works very hard for the society, that's not me, he said. So you'll have to do it, but I will be there to support you. When I was around 40 years old, I told him, I'm fed up of looking after you, looking after my son, looking after our relatives, making white bed sheets, white idlis and whiter towels for you. And I'm fed up. So I want to do something for people who don't even have bed sheets and towels. I want to go help them. You have towels at least. My job is to make sure that it's clean, and white. For them, they don't even have that. Why can't I go look after people who need me more than you do? And he said, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm just getting out of married life, matrimony, family responsibilities, and I'm going. So he said, when are you going? I said, when I'm 55, I will go. He said, no, you should do tomorrow. You should do that tomorrow. I thought he will say, hey, somebody will look after me. You can go, do whatever you want, and please don't come back. I thought he will say that, but he didn't say it. He said, do it from tomorrow. And we will all support you. Whatever you want to do it now. Why are you postponing it for another 15 years? So that is when I decided, yes, I have to do something, not just for my family. I'm not happy with a good bank balance and a bonny, chubby child. No, definitely not. And some awards here and there for best actor and best actress, and 100 days film is running and then you get a shield and all that. We've seen all that, like my uncle Kamal has seen all that. So we wanted to do something that other people are not able to do. So we decided to start an NGO, and that is when I attended this course called Landmark Forum, which is a 3-day lifestyle. Their second course is called Intellectual Understanding of the World. So I finished that also. Nothing, I didn't understand anything about it because it was intellectual. There's no way I understood anything, but it was intriguing. The second course was more interesting than the first. The first course made you forget your past, which means it killed your ego completely, and you had a fresh start. You were starting like a clean slate that they provided to go forward. That was the first course. The second course was, we used to go to the classes. If one of our friends came late, we were blamed. It's very strange, isn't it? When I've come on time, I'm doing all my homework, but the person who's sitting next to me or sitting, at the end of the row, he makes a mistake, I am punished for it. Why? Why should I be, exactly like in society? The others are not paying taxes, they are hiding income, but we are all paying GST and this and that and everything, interest. So we are all saying, why am I being victimized? The same thing they were saying, if your buddy makes a mistake, it's your fault. You have to see to it that he doesn't make a mistake. So those 3 days we learned how to be in a group and to be together and not to be egoistic and be, self-centered. So that was the second course. The third course taught us self-expression and leadership. It was a 3 months course. At the end of the course, they asked us to propose about 5 projects which you want, from the bottom of your heart. In fact, one of the most successful project, which was, which saw the reality, is traffic those the 60-second which goes 59. It was done by a landmark graduate. He was able to do it. So it's not by any scientist or anybody. He was able to do it in India. He initiated it and he did it. So they want you to do some projects like this. My project was, the first one was, I wanted Pondi Bazaar to become a walking promenade in Saturday and Sunday. And then the second one was, I wanted corporation children to sing with top Carnatic singers in Music Academy, at least 4 concerts during music festival. And my third was single women, especially Muslim women, because of the triple talaq. So I wanted to look after them after they are divorced, and Dalit women. And the fourth was train ambulance, because Apollo people speak to me about northeastern patients who come here who cannot go back by any other transportation, because air ambulance is also very expensive for them. So we thought of a train ambulance, the project like this. There were 5 like this, and I wrote all of them. The train ambulance was the one that was selected, the most difficult. So I went to Mamta Banerjee, this person, she was railway minister at the time, and health minister, and we went, and it didn't materialize, but at least our application is there, all our project reports, everything is there with them, so they will look at it at some point. I asked them, looking after single women is my favorite thing, NGO. Why did you select the train ambulance, which is more difficult? And they said, if anything is close to your heart, you will anyway do it. Whether we ask you to do it or not, you will anyway do it. So you will look after single women, that we know. So this, we want you to try the next level. So when I was thinking of single women, at the same time, IDWA, All India Democratic Women's Association, they came to my office for a donation to conduct a workshop for single women. They were doing a study of single women down south. They were doing a sample study of, how their lifestyle is, who's supporting them, and how do they really raise their children, what is their emotional, status and all that. Prakash Karat's wife, Brinda Karat, and Vasuki, and Subhashini Ali, all 3 of them came to our office, and they came back with the result. The first thing that struck me was mortality. Only 35% of the single women were dying natural death. 65%, we don't know why. They should not be dying. At that age, they should not be dying. Mostly ill health. If they have any medical problems, they were not really looking after themselves, so they were ignoring their health, they were dying. Some were walking into accidents, some were murdered. Very few suicides, because they have children, very responsible, so they won't commit suicide. No blue whale nonsense for single women. So when I saw that, I realized this is my call. I have to start it. That is how NAM Foundation was started in 2010. So the first year, Arasi knows and Manju knows, because Sharda has joined us only recently. Arasi has been there from the beginning. We had 68 of them, and we gave them about 6 months. We had these parameters, like they have to come and express themselves and able to tell people what their problem is, what their social status is, what are their needs. Some of them can't even communicate. So that was the first thing. Second was, they have to be healthy and learn to be healthy. Third, they should have jobs which are really getting them the money that they need for the family. And the fourth, they should know what their children want to study, and they should be empowered enough to guide them. And we gave them 1 year time, but the first batch impressed us in 6 months itself, if you can remember. But the second batch took 2.5 years. So we've had batches like that, and then 2010 we started, and we are in after 7 years. We have more than 360 women with us. And we meet once a month, and every meeting is a miracle. Every meeting is a miracle. Every meeting is a miracle. Because before I go for the meeting, I tell my husband, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. But when we come back, we feel rejuvenated, hope for life. We learn so much from them than them learning from us. For example, I'll tell you, we all divided the women into 5 groups: Roja, Mullai, Malligai, Tamarai, and Tarambu. Okay, so in the first few years, they were all looking after taking all the details of the women when they come in first. Then I realized they needed one extra person, so I joined this group called Malligai, and I was taking the data. So we have a form which says your name, your father's name, your husband's name, how many children, and what is your education qualification, and are you working, if you are single, why are you single, are you like widowed or your husband has deserted you, if you are widowed, when did your husband die, all those details. So I was taking details from about 3-4 women. One girl, whenever I ask her detail, she'll be she'll be sniffing. That's a very bad habit, all of us have. We will never take a kerchief and, we'll not blow our noses. Indians don't know how to blow nose. They think it's wrong. So they keep on. So it was irritating. So I told her, Amma, please, ukarma. நீ மூக்கெல்லாம் தொடச்சிட்டு அப்புறம் திரும்பி வா, அப்புறம் நான் உங்ககிட்ட போகிறேன். தென் ஐ ஸ்டார்டட் ரைட்டிங் அண்ட் தென் ஷீ கம்ஸ் அகேன் உன் பேர் என்ன, வாசுகி. ஷீல் சே எவ்வளோ படிச்சிருக்க, 9th standard 10th standard ஃபெயில். ஐயோ கர்ச்சீஃப் கொடுத்து திரும்ப தொடச்சிட்டு வா. It went on like that. I finished all the 7 people and I went to Vasuki. I asked her, I was asking her age and everything, reason for being single, and she said husband died. So who's supporting you? Nobody. Maybe my brother's family or something like that. When did your husband die? She says 7 days ago. I just put the pen there and I was Varsi, were you there at the time? Yes, she was there. Yeah, I said, I'm so sorry, and I'm so sorry, I'm being insensitive. I'm supposed to be running an NGO. Illa madam, parvala ungalku eppadi theriyum? I said, theriyana enakku. Illena na edukku vandu or NGO nadutren. Sorry. I kept saying sorry to her, So every time we learn something from these women also. They're really, really amazing, and it's been a wonderful journey. I think as human beings, we've grown a lot after starting an NGO like this. I'm telling you, you should try. All of you should try. I know you're doing so many things in Rotary, but this one-on-one connection and being responsible for them, it's just absolutely amazing. Okay, but having said that, has it made me a better person? I don't know. I continue to be who I am.
You should tell them about the girl who finished her MBA. We had that recently.
Robotics is, yeah, we've had first generation graduates from NAM Foundation because we get about 5 seats in Satyabama University. We kind of prepare them to get into that university. It is so tough. For my son, I've never spent sleepless nights, whether he's going to have arrears, whether he's going to do well in his exams, but in the, Vignesh, சரியா படிக்கல, அவனுக்கு வந்து arrears இருக்கு, காலேஜில் 2 பேர் சண்டை போடும்போது அவன் வந்து ஐ பார்த்துட்டாமா, அதனால he was suspended for 15 days. இப்போதான் எனக்கு அதெல்லாம் புரியுது. சண்டை போடும்போது இப்படி குனிஞ்சு போகணும், இப்படி நேர பார்த்தா 15 நாள் suspension in school, college. All that I understand. We have a girl who's finished a robotic engineering, single woman's child who's finished, and another girl has finished her MBA, Muslim girl. The Muslim girl, yes. பேர் என்ன? மேருனிசா. இத்தனோண்டு ஒல்லியா இருக்கும், பேச்சு கூட வராது அதுக்கு. இப்போ வந்து she's finished her MBA. So wonderful to see all of them. Anyway, I keep on talking about NAM. It goes on and on and on. It's just one part of what we do, see, little part of what we do. But when we talk about caring and sharing, and I think after I started NAM, I started doing well in other things in life also. For example, I look after the Chennai International Film Festival. It is about 14 years old. Yeah, 14 years old. This is the 14th year. When I went in 2009 as to give the awards, I said, this is such a fantastic festival. We all should help you out. So that year they spent 3.5 lakhs the previous year, and that year they were spending 15 lakhs. The next year we collected 1 crore and gave them. The government, Kanimozhi was there, Karunanidhi was there, so she gave us about 25 lakhs, and then next year we went to our Chief Minister, Ms. Jayalalitha, and she gave us 25, and from year on, she was giving us 50 lakhs, and I used to collect money from everybody. Radhika 6 lakhs, Revati 5 lakhs, Kushbu 5 lakhs, Maniratnam 4 lakhs, Suhasini 4 lakhs, we were collecting money like that, and then now it is one of the biggest festivals in South India. People who come for the festival don't want to go back. Aparna Sen comes from Calcutta and she says, this is better than Cannes, because film industry people are conducting this festival. Cannes, some bureaucrats or corporates are running it. Here it's from the heart, so we like it a lot. So Amitabh Bachchan came for one of our functions, He comes there and he looks at this and says, call me every year. I want to lay the carpet. I want to usher people in. I want to, carry the flowers, backstage. I want to be part of this. And he gave us 13 lakhs. So, somewhere NAM, I think NAM is the one that made me like that. And then we started this 80s reunion of actors. Oh my God, you know, it is a miracle like how we all got together in 2009. It's just unbelievable. And now we become a family. We are all family. Some of them who were, you know, hibernating and hiding and not even coming out have started coming out and being very, very, very friendly. Somebody's talked about, you know, breaking the glass ceiling. And how do you feel about breaking the glass ceiling? I said in my film festival, in the committee, there are 30 of us and only about 8 to 9 women. Rest are all men. But I'm called the captain. All these youngsters, guys, you know, they don't have the difference at all, man-woman difference at all. They call me, Captain, tell me what I should do, Captain. You know, and some of them even used to call me Dhoni. You know, I said, Dhoni, Chollunga Dhoni, and all that, you know, that's how they used to call me. I thought, okay, they were all joking. Then when we had that 80s reunion, and they were all planning to do something, to go to Goa for the reunion or something like that, and Rajni sir said, no, we can't decide, nammale decide panna mudiyadhu. Yen appadina boss kekkanum. I was wondering, who na? Yaar boss na? Nee na boss, he said. You know, imagine like such a senior actor like him, who's such a superstar, to call somebody, you know, forget it is Suhasini, forget it's a woman, forget that I'm standing in front of you. He's calling somebody who's much younger to him, who's nothing compared to, you know, as a star. He's so big, but he's saying, boss kitta kekkanum. You know, that is what Nam has taught me. I think that is what Nam has brought. I think all of us, Sharda, Arsi, Manju, and Aruna, and all of us have gained so much because, you know, we are part of this NGO. So that is the success story. That is the power of caring and sharing. You know, you're all seeing the way I talk because I care about Nam Foundation and care about what happens. And I want to share about how much we care about people who are around us. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. So you want to ask anything, you can always ask me. Yeah? Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us and taking us through your entire past. And you know, I think you touched a place in each one of our arts here. Yeah, please give her a warm round of applause. This was a speech from our heart. It was awesome listening.
Anything you want to ask also, you can. Yeah, any questions? Because
yes, there are questions, and I think Shan is going to be moderating it. Yes, so please, anybody has any questions, please, he'll be moderating the question section.
Together with your foundation and make it even bigger. Since you're saying destitute women, deserted women, their children, can something be done to forge this with that?
if you can get seats for our women's children in the school, it will be wonderful. It'll be really wonderful. See, only problem is I'm not able to get my women to come out and do any physical work for us because they're working in 4 houses as maids and cooks. They're all, I mean, my God, some of them, if you ask them, they do work in 4 or 5 houses. And what I really learned about them is that when I wanted to get a 9-to-5 job for them in a factory or in an export company, all of them refused. I said, why? He said, they all say, எங்களுக்கு என்ன பிரச்சனை இருந்தாலும் அம்மா பார்த்துக்குவாங்க. யாருன்னா எங்க வீட்டில் எங்க ஓனர் அம்மா பார்த்துக்குவாங்க. நாங்க 2 நாள் லீவ் எடுத்தாலும் ஒன்றும் சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. லேட்டாக வந்தாலும் ஒன்றும் சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. குழந்தைக்கு வந்து ஃபீஸ் கட்டணும் அப்படின்னா 2 திட்டுவாங்க. அறிவே இல்லையா உனக்குன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஆனால் ஃபீஸ் கட்டிடுவாங்க. ஸோ மை ரெஸ்பெக்ட் ஃபார் த ஹவுஸ் ஒய்ஃப் இன் Chennai, it's gone up so much. I didn't even realize. Usually we think, you know, when we employ maids, we ill-treat them. They call them all sorts of names. They treat them really badly. You know, that is the general feeling we all get. Only after starting an NGO like NAM, I realized, hats off to Chennai housewives. You're all fantastic.
Any more questions from anybody?
Coaches. We are called coaches. We call ourselves coaches.
We coach them for it. And I really must tell you, every woman there, every woman comes we call them destitute, but they really look forward to this meeting. And wherever they are working, they've already told their, madams that, yes, I have to go the last Saturday, 2 to 4:35 is when is the meeting.
they actually come. They don't want to miss that meeting. It is something like we all have our club get together, etc. I think that's a beautiful thing which Suhasini has done for them at their level, that they come along and they are with us. And let me tell you one thing, very, very rarely, I don't think I've ever seen her missing from any of the meeting, wherever she's shooting. I'm sure, I think Arasi, we know that she'll come, she makes it a point to come for that Saturday 2 to 4. I think that's the commitment which I think she's really passing it on to the women too. I just wanted to tell that. Thank you.
They do whatever I do. They do yoga, they dance, Zumba, they all sing, and Ningalam Velalam or Kodila, they'll participate. You know, we have a mock-up, Ningalam Velalam or Kodila, they'll all participate, and they are quite good in all the, you know, quiz and everything. Yeah, we introduce Dandiya to them.
The most charming thing is, these ladies are their own self in that place. No pretense,
Yeah.
no action. They just come and enjoy, and they are themselves.
Yeah. And they also learn a lot of
Freedom
things.
is given there for them. Just the moment the meeting is over, you can see their face change. It's very sad when they go out.
They're also happy. They all learn about safety, self-defense. They also know about gas cylinders, which we all don't know. How many of us know that gas cylinders is marked A, B and C? Anybody knows? Yeah, A, B, C and D. I didn't know, because the particular month is A and then 3 months is C, B. So if you get a B, A, when it's supposed to be B, then you have to send it back.
It will be 4 months.
Yeah, 4 months, A, B, C, D.
April is A.
Yeah.
After May to June.
All our women know, you know, we taught them all that. And then, you know, when demonetization happened, we also taught them how to take money from an ATM.
Exactly.
We taught them, and they all know. They all deal with credit cards and debit cards, and they can draw money.
The bank person.
Yes, and they all have bank accounts. We've started bank accounts for them, of course. Because of the gas, all of them have to have bank accounts. And they all have Aadhaar card. They all have, some of them have PAN cards. So quite smart, you know, they're all now, yes.
What is the procedure for becoming a
Coach, just come. That's it. You just have to smile, that's all. All you need is what we do is we have a Google group and a WhatsApp group. The coaches meet at least twice a month to decide how to go about it, you know, the agenda. We also teach them English, spoken English. All of them speak spoken English. Our main character is called Shanti, okay? So stereotype girl is called Shanti. We have Nalla Shanti and Ketta Shanti. See, I'll give you a small example. Summer, May, 15th of May, if she's in a hut and then when she's sleeping at 5:30, 5:45 at 6 o'clock, if the sun hits her face, how she will react. The Ketta Shanti will say, Saniya, இந்த சூரியன் வந்து என்னை எழுப்புது பாரு, தாங்கவே முடியல, கச்ச கச்ச கச்சான்னு இருக்கு, முடியவே இல்லை, சி இவ்வளோ வெயில நான் எழுந்திரிச்சு வேலை பண்ணணும், பிடிக்கவே இல்லை. திஸ் இஸ் கெட்ட சாந்தி. நல்ல சாந்தி சே, ஐ சூர்யா வந்திருக்காரு, ஜோதிகாவோட ஹஸ்பண்ட் வந்திருக்காரு, ஜோதிகா எங்க, you know, like that. So we teach them how to, and also when somebody makes a pass at them or flirts with them, how to deal with it, all that we teach them. So it's very interesting. So please come, just come. Last Saturday of the month, just CP Art Center, and we're also building our own space because we are not able to see any kind of development in them. We taught them so many skills, but we're not able to get them together other than our monthly meeting. So we're building our own space. That is a green building. We are building it with 3 shipping containers. So everything can be reused, you know, it can be taken to another place also. And so many people in Chennai have contributed towards it. Because we don't ask for donation, because we don't have time to ask for donation. Seriously, we are working all the time. We are continuously working. So whatever little money we get here and there within the family and foundation, we do it. And some people come to know about it and they give us money. Shah Rukh Khan is one person who gives his films as premiere for us. So we have those screenings, and then some corporate will take all the 900 tickets and give us some money. And Ningalam Velalam or Kodila, all my friends participated, about 6 of them. Whatever they want, they gave it to Nam. I participated in the Telugu version, I got some money. Radhika and I got some money, So my money I gave it here, and you know, that's how it is been running. But this building is going to be very unique because Saint-Gobain is giving us the glass for the building, and Vaigai is giving us some of the tiles, and Cosmo Granites is giving us the granites. And things like this, you know. And Mahadevan of Hot Breads, he's going to give us the air conditioners and some of the fans and things like that. And it's going to be a building, and I want that to be a place mainly for NGO, any NGO who wants to have any kind of activity, because it's so tough running an NGO. So if they want to have their own space, and our women also will, I think, will really metamorphosize, from what they are to somebody really, really powerful. That's what I'm thinking. So anything. நாம் நமது நமக்கு தமிழ்தான். நான் என்பது தனிமரம், நாம் என்று உயர்வோம் அனைவரும். That's our motto. Single women, yes. Yes. Flood times and earthquake times will help you. He's come couple of times and he ran away. You can. We have male volunteers also. We have Gopi Krishnan and we have who else? Raj is there. There is a man called Paneer Selvam, and you'll get lots of attention. Kamil is there. We have 4 volunteers already out of. Just come. That's all. Just smile and come. And the women will be so happy to listen to a man's point of view also. It'll be really nice for us.
In fact, once the building is ready,
yes,
we can have our speaker meetings.
You can have your meetings in our center, yes, because it's a very sophisticated, very interesting place. I met this architect who was building something like this for A.R. Rahman. He's building something with containers, but that's huge. He's putting up some 6 containers, one on top of the other, and that is forming the wall, and we could afford only 3. So we are doing, it's a very unique building. It will be very classy and interesting, so you can have your meetings there. Yeah.
Ma'am, I have one interesting question to ask you. I think it is of not only interest to me, the entire audience would also be interested, I hope. In case your uncle, yes, Big Boss Kamal, decides to float a party, yes, would you join him?
No, I will be loyal to my son, because my son has been interested in politics from the time he was 14 years old. He used to throw his bags and watch Parliament TV, and that kind of passion I've not seen in any other human being. But a lot of people come and tell me, especially women come and tell me, please tell Kamal sir to contest in election. We want somebody handsome like him with a Rolex watch as Chief Minister. In fact, I haven't told him that. In fact, I have met him at least 10 times after, that he's indirectly talking about politics. But not once did I speak about politics to him, because that's how we are. We don't really talk about it. I haven't asked him. He hasn't told me. But from whatever I understood, about 1 month ago, somebody came and said, party start பண்ணுங்க. உங்ககிட்ட 3500 கோடி இருக்கா? அப்ப ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணலாம். முடியாது. That's what he said. But now I don't know what his idea is. He's an intelligent man and he can speak well and he can, I think, tackle politicians very well. That way, he's enjoying himself doing this, and it is opened up from the cocoon that he was there. It's opened up, and I think Big Boss has made him closer to the common people also. So he's on a roll, and he's enjoying it. I can see that he's really enjoying this.
Are there any more questions?
I wanted to ask, does being a celebrity help you run the NGO? Is it, because NGOs are run, of course anyone can run an NGO.
See, if you're a celebrity, people think you are very rich. So why can't you put your own money? So why are you asking for money?
Exactly, that's what
that
someone
is a huge problem. That's a huge problem. And I don't even ask people also, And then when they have these fundraisers and things like that, a lot of people tell me, have a fundraiser. Let's get the best music and dancers and actors to come. If you call, all of them will come. And we can. I said, it's such a boring job. Instead, I can ask my one in the family to give me about 5 lakhs, finished. So I don't want to do these fundraisers and things like that. But what we do is, I used to collect saris from celebrities, Aishwarya Rai and Rekha. I should tell you about this. And Revati, myself, Kushbu, collected all those saris, and Battle of the Buffet in Chennai Trade Center, we auctioned the saris. And M.F. Hussein's son took my wedding sari. he bought Aishwarya's sari for 50,000 and quickly came and gave it back to me and said, auction it again. You know, it was so wonderful. He said, auction it again and get more money. You know, so, and one of my best friends also bought my wedding sari. You know, it has a lot of sentimental value. I've been married to my husband for more than 29 years. So imagine getting my wedding sari. It was like very special. So one of my friends bought it in the auction for 55,000. Aishwarya Rai's sari was 35,000. Mine was 55,000. So I'm more beautiful in my sari. Or my sari is more beautiful or whatever. So she bought it and then 1 week later she sent it back to me to my house and said, you keep it. So, you know, we've had things like that. I have a pet project. I don't know how much of it is going to materialize. You can all give me an idea. When the floods happened in Chennai, I was helping Bhumika. And Akshay Kumar wanted to give us 1 crore. He just called me and said, I'm giving you 1 crore, you can spend it on the flood relief. I said, no, Bhumika is the organization, so you give it to them. So I gave it to them and Akshay Kumar donated 1 crore. But Bhumika needed about 5 crores for their project. So one of the jewelers in Bombay gave them a piece of which was worth 15 lakhs and said, you take it, you do whatever you want, but this is for the flood. Then they said, you know, there is a piece, so can we auction it? So I said, why one? Only one from Bombay, get 10 from Chennai. So everybody, all the jewelers from Kirtilal to Umidiyar to Prince to everybody gave, you know, we all spoke to them and we got it. And I said, okay, we can have a fashion show, but it should not be models. Because it's not a very happy occasion, isn't it? It's we've lost so much, so we cannot like, you know, have these skinny models coming and, you know, having Western music and all that. It has to be with our tradition. So I selected 4 actors and 4 Bharatanatyam dancers, and they were dressed up like Ravi Verma's paintings. And at the end of their walk, they will strike a pose, which will be the actual Ravi Verma's painting itself. So about 8 of them did that, and it was so beautiful. And we also took pictures. So beautiful. I still want to finish it because there are only 8 of them. I want 4 more, like Hema Malini, Rekha, the South Indian beauties to come in. Because, you know, Ravi Verma, whatever said and done, it's South Indian concept. So I want to do it as a calendar for Nam. So we have ideas like this. I don't know whether it's going to materialize, whether it's going to be useful. We don't know all that. Yeah, more than money, we want people's support. Like, you know, you spontaneously coming and saying, I want to be with you. You know, that's what, I think that is more important. A lot of people say, don't worry about money. If the cause is good, money will happen. The cause has to be good, then I think things will fall into place. Otherwise, how, I mean, we have too much guts to take on lives of 268 women or 358 women and tell them, your lives will be better. நம்ம வாழ்க்கையை நம்ம சரி பண்ண முடியல. இதுல 358 பேர் your life will be better. எப்படி? That's because the cause is good. It will definitely work out. That's what I feel.
Faced a lot of challenges about your NGO and
see our state has spoiled our poor people. Everything is free. Everything is given free. So they come like this. They come like this saying, oh, நீங்க வந்து ஒரு தொண்டு நிறுவனம் நடத்துறீங்களா, எனக்கு வந்து ஒரு வீடு வாங்கணும், ஒரு 2 லட்சம் ரூபாய் கொடுத்தீங்கன்னா நான் ஒரு வீடு கட்டிப்பேன். எனக்கும் எங்க மாமியாருக்கும் தகராறா இருக்கு, அவங்க மூஞ்சில ஒரு 1 லட்சம் ரூபாய் விட்டு எறிஞ்சிட்டு அவங்க வீட்டை நான் வாங்கிக்கணும். ஸோ அவங்கள்ட்ட சண்டை போடுறதும் நீங்க வந்து you ask all of them, they have all these kinds of so we tell them that we want you to be happy. It's not money or something. First we tell them, you cannot curse your mother-in-law. If you curse your mother-in-law, you cannot be numb. We tell them. First thing is, you cannot find fault with your mother-in-law and your in-laws. So lot of challenges. The other one challenge that I find, I don't know, it's okay, men are there, but they are the ones who should know. The women, single women are not able to dress up and go out when they go to work. The people around them really talk ill of them when they dress up nicely and come. Like, I'm able to wear, I'm 56 but I wear all these things and come, nobody finds it wrong. But these girls, when they wear a cotton saree and tie their hair up properly and go probably have a deodorant or a powder, they call them all sorts of names around. So that's something that we are not able to. And then the harassment that they face from the husband's family, from the male members. We don't tell them, you know, fight against him, tell him that you cannot come anywhere near me. No, we ask them, like, who in your family will not react violently? Can we meet him? And can he talk to the other man and ask him to lay off? You know, so this is all very, very difficult, and sometimes none of the things that you see in the movies and the books and the newspapers work in real life. You have to be submissive and somehow get out of the problem. Most of the time the girls feel, what have I done wrong? My brother-in-law, he's like a Anna Madri. Suddenly he's looking at me differently. Did I do anything wrong? First, they blame themselves. First, we'll have to get them out of it. It's not your fault. You know, you're being a victim.
Have you ever worked on their life, like have they got married again, or have you thought of?
Actually, Jaggi Vasudev, you know, when we started the NGO, I told him that we are starting an NGO for single women. How many are there? He asked me. I said 98. What about 98 men? They are single, so they need to get, you know, meet each other and get married. Why are you doing all this? You know, there should be balance in life. You cannot encourage them to be only single. So find 98 men and get them married. You know, that's what he said. So first thing we talk to them is, do you want to get married? Are you lonely? Do you feel sad when other people are going out and, you know, you don't have anybody? So why don't you think of remarrying? So we do talk to them about it, but most of the time they say no. But even if they get married, they don't tell us. Sometimes they're pregnant, then we realize, okay. Arasi is the first one to find out. Pregnant, she delivered a baby. Later on, I met Jaggi Vasudev and he asked me, how is your NGO? I said, I'm not able to convince my 98 women to get married. I'm sorry, I failed. He said, whoever said you should succeed, if you succeed, you'll be jobless. So it's like this. Yes. I'm going for a movie acting only tonight for a Telugu film. I've done a film called Oh and the Natkal, which is getting released, and also the roles are very difficult and they can't pay us the money that we want also. That is the problem. We charge a little too much, so Tamil Oh and the Natkal I'm acting, and there is one movie called Key which is releasing actually. Yesterday the heroine 56 வயசுல எங்க ஹீரோயினா இருக்க முடியும்? 75 வயசுல ஹீரோவா இருக்க முடியும், 56 வயசுல ஹீரோவா இருக்க முடியாது.
70 வயசு ஆகுது ஏன் ஆகக்கூடாதுன்னு கேட்குறாரு.
எங்க விட்டா எங்க சித்தப்பாவுக்கே அம்மாவா என்ன ரோல்ல போட்டுருவாங்க. I think it's all because of the audience. I don't think they want to see stories based on a 56-year-old woman. They want to. Yesterday I was talking to my husband because he's got 3 female characters in his film, and one is a Tamil speaking girl, the other 2 are not Tamil speaking girls. So I said, enna money, how can you not take Tamil, how can you take non-Tamil girls for these 2 roles? He said, there's nobody here. And I said, it just does, there are 4 heroes, 4 important characters in your film, all can speak Tamil. They are from South India, even if they are not Tamil speaking, they are all from South India. But your girls are all from Bombay and other things, which means you don't have to be smart, you don't have to know the language. Smart in the sense I'm saying like smart about what is happening around in the society and understand the nuances. For example, if you say triplicane lende Pandi Bazaar varadhukku ivlo nerama, how will the girl understand? She won't know. Then we'll write dialogues. Triplicane la nee vandu Parsarthi Kovil Vaasane paathitu vandiruppa appdi. How will she understand? So somebody who doesn't understand what is happening around, so which means the female roles are written without any substance, that any girl from anywhere can fit in. I was feeling so bad. He said, don't make me feel so sad. I'm not writing such bad characters for women. I said, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about, that should answer your question. That why am I not acting as a heroine? Because I think not interested. There's no strong character for women that is written. Valchandar, Bharti Raja, Mahendran, they're not writing.
Recently you went to Australia.
Yes, so that is O and the Natkal in Tamil, yes. I get very disappointed if I go for a shooting and the role is not good. அழுகையா வரும். ஐயோ இவ்வளோ கஷ்டப்படுத்துறாங்களே அப்படின்ட்டு. நான் கிளிசரின்ல எனக்கு வந்து செக் பார்த்தா அழுக வந்துடும். அது சொல்லணுமே. We had gone to an ophthalmologist because my eyes had completely dried. So the eye specialist was asking, what is this? It's no moisture at all. It's completely dry. What did you do with all your tears? My husband is saying she converted all her tears into cash. It's all in fixed deposit in all the 3 banks. So you show me check, I'll cry. Yeah, I'm happy with whatever I'm doing. Yes, I think Chinu Ramasamy wants to do a film and we might start a film. But again, if the film is made, whether it's going to succeed in the box office, we don't know. Because, you know, they made a film called Magalir Mattum. There was so much hype about it. But after 4 days, there was nobody in the theatre to see the film. There was nobody in the theatre to see the film. The film is supposed to be good. It's got such wonderful actresses. But still, Hara Hara Mahadevaki, some film is running because I believe it's got double meaning dialogue. I heard. So it's doing very well. So nobody cares who's acting in that film. Karthik's son is acting. But other than that, nobody knows who's acting. But they're going and watching the film. So it's the quality of film watchers is also, viewers also changed.
How about Hindi films?
I did one film with Nasruddin Shah, only one role. I mean, I did about 3 scenes. Of course, first day I was in coma. So I was lying down like this one whole day. And the second day, we had a couple of scenes. And I spoke my own lines in Hindi. I can't speak a word of Hindi, but I spoke my own lines. They said it's fine. And it was live sound. I didn't have to dub. It was wonderful, really wonderful. I'm going for a Telugu film shoot to London. They're shooting in a place called Isle of Wight. I don't even know what to look forward to, but it's nice. It'll be nice.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I think it's only fitting we give her a standing ovation. Please, everybody stand up. She spoke from her heart and was just wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much.